So listen, I guarantee you that any bank in my community, if they were stealing from someone at the lower level, fired and fixed the problem on day one.
Well, that's what we're trying to do. In fact,
No. Trying to do, we're 5 years on.
Correct. I want you to look behind you. On the second row, I have a number of people all across the country. Gun dealers, ammunition manufacturers, payday lenders that have been targeted by your people at the FDIC. And guess what? They're going out of business. Do you want to look at them?
Yes, I did.
Did you see them on the way in?
I saw them when I came in, Mr. Chairman.
And what response do you have to them when these small business owners who have invested their life savings, who have worked their hearts out, and all of a sudden they can't find a bank to bank them because you say, not by way of the FDIC official policy, but all my top-level people, they've targeted their sectors, they can't find banks, and they're going out of business. What do you say to them?
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Diamond, good morning. I think it's clear that we're not here because a private firm lost $2 billion. I think it's clear that we're here that many of the American taxpayers are concerned when big banks go bad, they're left holding the loss. It's one of these philosophies where we have capitalism on the way up, where you and your firm make a lot of money when you do well, and when you fail, we have socialism on the way down, and the taxpayers bear the brunt of that loss. And that's why we sit here today, to make sure that taxpayers in Wisconsin don't bear the loss of big banks on Wall Street. So I think the American people have a right to know what you think. Have we ended too big to fail? Yes or no?
Trying to achieve that, and it is not a black or white issue.
Does that answer work for my constituents? When I go home and said, this was a devastating crisis, it had a huge impact on your family, we're 10 years on, we had a 2,300-page bill, you can't get a loan from your credit union or your community bank, I'm not done, or from your community bank, and Chair Yellen came in and she said, we've made progress. It's all rules and regulations. I look to my home state of Wisconsin where we don't have a lot of big Wall Street banks. We get our financing through small community banks and credit unions. Our small businesses and our families access their capital, their cash, through those small institutions. And I know this is a bipartisan issue. If you talk to your small banks and your credit unions, like we all do, they'll tell you that they can't comply with all the rules and regulations. They're not big enough. And so either they go out of business or they try to find someone to buy them, and they try to consolidate. And the problem with that is you used to have bankers in communities that knew the community, knew the families, knew the people, and were willing to take risk, smart risk on those community members to help that community grow and innovate and create more jobs and more opportunity. But if you outsource that community banker to a banker like in my district, we're central northern Wisconsin, if you outsource that to Milwaukee or Minneapolis or Chicago or New York, those bankers don't know my community, and they can't.